successful permanent defeat of an Asian. Nabriel's was laid low and is no more, but it came at the cost of Moonbrita. Our beloved Moonbread is gone. But Moonbread, so sad. I very much miss her. She was great while she was around. Yeah, she was carrying that burden from Louisoix, who wanted her to find her own path, and in the end she did. And it was the same path that Louisoix walked all those years ago. But we must keep moving forward in her memory. Have you a moment, Leoki? I believe Ida wished a word with you. I should consider a personal favor if you would lend a sympathetic ear to her troubles. She has not been herself since Moonbrita's passing, and my heart aches to see her so downcast. Okay, I'm gonna turn this up a little bit. Let me know if it is too loud, but this is usually the volume level we have it at. A little. There we go. I think that'll be okay. Just want to make sure if there's any voice cutscenes that they're not too quiet. Ida, it's okay, Ida. Hey, it's Leoki. Great. Oh, it's no use. I'm trying to stay positive, but it's just hard, you know? The thing is, I know Moon would tell me off if she saw me moping around like this, which is why I decided to cheer myself up by getting her a special flower. Placed an order for a moon daisy with Rowena a little while ago, and it's ready to be picked up. Trouble is, I find Rowena a bit difficult at the best of times, and, well, this isn't one of them. I know it's silly, but I just can't face it at the moment. So I was wondering, do you think you could maybe collect it for me? I have the coin to pay for the flower right here. Thank you so much. I'll be waiting for you and the daisy at Rotherfrost. Aww. Poor Ida. Let's get her flower. Rowena! Hello. What can I do for you today, adventurer? Eldritch trinket to trade. Flower. Huh? I've got you running errands now. Them scions really know how to make the most of your talents, don't they? Sending the savior of Eorzea to the bleeding market. Fine use of your time, that is. Seriously, though, you'd best learn how to say no, or they'll have you mucking out the chocobo stables next. Anyway, what was it you were here to pick up? The moon daisy, was it? Here, then take it. Tell that Ida lass I've got a wide selection of headwear in stock if she ever decides to replace that gaudy old mask of hers. God knows she needs to. Right, flower achieved. Probably. We're like half investigator, half achieved warrior. But yeah, some low-key stuff is definitely a nice change of pace. I feel like that's a thing, like some CEOs do like just really mundane routine stuff just to mix things up and stay grounded a bit. Keep that human touch. So probably not a bad idea, actually. Yeah, Rowena's a bit intense. Rowena can be so annoying. She'll just not take no for an answer. Every time I visit her, she insists I replace my visor with something more fashionable. When I tell her I like it just fine the way it is, she says it again, and then again, and then again. It drives me crazy. What I mean to say is, I really appreciate you doing this for me. So, anyway, let's see it. Moon, Daisy. Moonbrita loves these things, you know. I hope that somewhere, somehow, she knows I'm still thinking of her.
I'll never forget you, Moon. None of us will.
Oh, I forgot about
The
Mini
song
Dragon.
riseth to a crescendo.
I get it, the dragons are coming. Go away. Useless dragon. Just want to go back and punch the big one. Small one's too cute. Uh-oh. Oh, the dragons are coming, like, now. Okay.
Is that what I think it is?
Hello, can you hear me? We have received grave tidings from Ishgard. Pray return to the Rising Stones at once.
Dragons! Let's go. Stupid Midgard Summer. It was all his fault. Donna just looks like a giant fortress. That's kind of crazy. Back home we go. We shall press onwards as we have always done. I will not squander the sacrifices of our fallen friends by surrendering to a paralysis born of fear. My apologies for the interruption. I was deeply saddened to learn of Moonbrita's passing. Her loss will be sorely felt. Alas, recent developments in Ishgard leave us little time to mourn. The envoy from Kurthus will soon arrive, and we must hasten to hear her report. The envoy is here. Oh, Lucia, thank you for receiving me at such short notice. Time is of the essence, so I would forego the usual pleasantries, if I may. Certainly. You come with news of the Dravanians? Aye. The dragons have begun their attack in earnest. The first wave reached the central highlands a short while ago. Battle was joined soon thereafter. Sir Amric himself sailed forth with a contingent of temple knights and several companies of the noble house's finest. Though the beasts were ultimately forced into retreat, our victory, if such it may be called, came at the cost of many of our own. Too many. We will not withstand a second wave should the Dravanians renew their assault. You paint a grim picture, my lady. Is it reinforcements you seek, then? We do. Though it pricks our pride, it is plain we cannot protect Ishgard with our ranks thus thinned by the Horde. Sir Amric would meet with you to discuss the possibility of enlisting your aid. Very well. I shall depart for Kurthus at once. I must warn you, however, that the involvement of the Crystal Braves is by no means assured. Our commitment to quelling the unrest in Ul'dah must take precedence. It is with such contingencies in mind that I must make another request. Scions of the Seventh Dawn are known for sharing close ties with all three of the grand companies of Eorzea. Would you consent to plead our case to their leaders? Though I will gladly appeal to the grand companies on your behalf, I dare not promise a favorable reply. You need say no more. Considering our past dealings with the Eorzean Alliance, can well imagine how our plea will be received. The fate of Ishgard hangs in the balance. We must explore every avenue still open to us, no matter how unpromising. I see. Very well. I shall send envoys to each of the allied nations, have them present your request directly to the heads of the grand companies. In the event that your plea does receive a favorable answer, know that any support is certain to be conditional. Demands will be made of Ishgard. That is only to be expected. Rest assured that I speak with Sir Emmeric's authority in this matter, and that our actions are fully sanctioned by the Holy See. Which brings me to my final request, a personal appeal to you, Warrior of Light. The Lord Commander much desires to speak with you, regardless of your fellows' involvement. You faced Midgard-Solmer and survived. Anything you can share of your experience may yield us an advantage over our foe. Thank you. You wear the mantle of hero well. 'Twould seem the road leads us both to Camp Dragonhead. Seek me out when you arrive, Leoki. Alright, back to Ishgard. Oh, not yet. Meanwhile, Ishgard. Uh-oh. Wait. Is this a traitor? What's happening here? Ice Nose. Shiva. Icefoot. Icefinger.
The sons must answer for their father's misdeeds. Only then will the cycle be broken.
Keep talking about the father's misdeeds. What does that mean? Uh-oh, is she turning into Shiva? Oh, no. What is that? Wait, what was
Brothers
that?
and sisters of the heavens, we raise our voices and join you in the chorus.
That would be pretty
The
crazy.
sinner's evil magics are undone. Come, claim your retribution.
Wait, did she just destroy their shields? Just like that? What? How did that work? That's not fair. I think Ishgard might be in some trouble. We should probably get over there. Ishgard. Yeah, I kind of thought that's what was going to happen there. That's what it started looking like. But yeah, I guess maybe it's not that easy to turn into a primal. It seems I was the swifter, Leoki. You too, however, have arrived with time to spare, for our host has yet to make an appearance. The murmurings about camp tell of some manner of trouble at the gates of Judgement. In the Lord Commander's absence, I suggest we visit the place and find out what is afoot. Alright. Yeah, let's just go right to where a bunch of heretics and Icefoot were doing stuff. Not that we know that. But I'm sure this is nothing's gonna go wrong here. The Dravanians master an assault on our defenses, do they? Foolish lizards. They do not understand that to challenge the blessed light of the Holy See is to perish. Let the horde come. Shall rid ourselves of thousands of their number in one fell swoop. What's going on here? Heretic scum! How dare they meddle with our divine protections? Shall rid our nation of their blasphemy, even if it means cutting them down one by one. We need not fret over much. There are yet several layers of arcane protection that shield the city from invasion. Mother will be fine. What business have you here? Speak quickly. We prepare for the onslaught of dragons, and every moment I waste on your blather could mean another dead night. We stand within the gates of Judgement, the sole means of entering the holy see of Ishgard. Only those deemed worthy in the eyes of the Fury may pass. In earlier days I might have sought the grace of Helone and every hopeful petitioner to fall to their knees before me. But war looms on the horizon, and His Eminence would not have our unity compromised by the intrusion of unruly outsiders. I trust I have made myself understood. Sure thing. The gates of Judgment are much more than mere doors. They are the outermost layer of Ishgard's magical wards. If our first line of defense can be so easily shattered. When I laid eyes upon Lady Iceheart, I felt the marrow freeze within my bones. It would seem the heretic struck the first, and most telling, blow against Ishgard. Scions, we expected you at Camp Dragonhead. My apologies. We chanced to hear that there had been trouble at the gates, and thought it prudent to investigate the cause. Then you have learned of the heretic's treachery. Lady Iceheart led a force of her followers against our defenders, came close enough to dispel the first of our wards. But let us speak more of this back at the camp. Sir Emmerich awaits you. Alright. Flying through the quests. Lady Iceheart has grown bold indeed if she would risk direct action against the city. Come, let us do as we were bid and return to Camp Dragonhead. Lord Horsefant will know where Sir Emmerich means to receive us. We get to say hi to Horsefant again. Our one friend up here. I guess Sir Emmerich's our friend now. Our original friend. Tis reassuring indeed to behold the countenance of a friend when one's homeland teeters upon the very brink of disaster. Oops. Sorry, double-click there. You did not come to Dragonhead to listen to my prattling. The Lord Commander has arrived, and would treat with you in the intercessory. Alright. Back to the intercessory. Greetings, sir. Shall I show you inside? Emmerich. Alright, let's hear it. I thank you for coming with such haste, and apologize for my absence. Suffice it to say, Lady Iceheart and her heretics have much to answer for. Yes, we all but recently returned from the Gate of Judgment ourselves. Given the circumstances, we quite understand if you would prefer to postpone our appointed audience. On the contrary, Master Alphino, I think it more important than ever that this meeting take place. Rest assured, I shall return to my post on Ishgard's walls the moment our business is concluded. Before we move on to the subject of reinforcements, however, I would introduce you to a close friend and stalwart ally, Estinian. That's Horsia font. That's not... Oh. Bum, bum. Oh. That outfit looks cool. May I present to you Ishgard's Azure Dragoon. An impressive title, though I confess I know precious little of the Order of Dragoons. Azure Dragoon! In the flesh! They are formidable warriors all, yet even among such masters of the lance, Estinian is without equal. He, out of all of the warriors of Ishgard, was chosen to wield the power of dragons, and may thus contend with any Dravanian. You flatter me overmuch, Lord Commander. So, you are the adventurer of whom they spoke. I see now why my blood fair sang in anticipation of our meeting. He's a little black. He could use a little more azureness. That is a good question. I never thought of that. So many mysteries and unknowns. The Azure Dragoon. Well, now that we have all been introduced, let us proceed to the matter at hand. I would share with you what we have learned of Iceheart's design, as confessed by the heretics taken captive after the assault on the gates. 'Twould seem that Lady Iceheart and the Dravanians share a common goal, the reclamation of Nidhogg's stolen eye. Nidhogg, one of the 7 great worms. His name features prominently in your nation's history, though once defeated by the hero Haldreth, the beast is said to have terrorized Kurthus since Ishgard's founding. Aye, many are the scars our walls bear from Nidhogg's relentless efforts to raise the city. The trophy Haldreth plucked from the bested worm's skull, known simply as the Eye, is a treasured relic of Ishgard, and one possessed of untold power. Should it ever be returned to Nidhogg, the dread creature would be restored to the height of his strength, and then no wall or ward we could erect would be stout enough to deny him. My vengeful son... Oh, sorry. My vengeful son Is he supposed to be on our shoulder? Or are we just hearing his voice? Can't tell if that's a... Maybe we're just supposed to hear his voice. I feel like he usually doesn't show up while other people are there. My vengeful son hath waged war against Ishgard for 1,000 years. No mortal mind could comprehend the depths of his rancor. I haven't decided on a Midgard-Summer voice. I really need to. The eye itself is secreted. No, I think that was just to us. At least I think. Because yeah, I think he doesn't show up or talk to anyone else. I don't... Maybe... Yeah, maybe he can if he wants to. I'm not totally sure how that works. So yeah, now I have no idea. I don't know anything about the Azure Dragoon or Midgard-Summer. Oh no. Right? It's like I'm in the middle of a conversation. You just interrupted me. So annoying and rude. Stupid, small, useless dragon. The eye itself is secreted deep within the vault. It is kept under heavy guard, surrounded at all times by men and women who have proven their loyalty to the Holy See. But though stout walls and sharp blades may suffice to discourage the heretics, the dragons are another matter. There are individuals within the Dravanian horde whom an entire company of knights would labor to repel, to say nothing of Nidhogg himself. Nor does age rob them of their strength. Through the endless march of years the dragons endure, patient, calculating, inexorable. You must understand, these creatures do not share our perception of time. That is especially true of the great worms, they who spend centuries in slumber only to wake and resume their campaign as if mere hours had passed. It has been 20 years since Nidhogg last darkened our skies. 20 years for him to gather his strength and for us to bolster our defenses. And now, just as he seems primed to return, the heretics strike at the gates. You believe that Lady Iceheart is in league with the creature, then? Of that we cannot be certain. Though we know the heretics covet the eye, we have been unable to determine their plans for it. Such questions aside, we must needs address the ragged hole their mistress has seen fit to rend in Ishgard's protections. 'Tis a weakness the Dravanians are not like to leave untested. So it would seem. You have described your plight in admirable detail, Lord Commander. Yet I cannot help but wonder at your candor. Why share such sensitive information with us? I shall speak plain. Ishgard has need of allies, and I would have you bolster our front lines in readiness for the coming battle against the dragons. That much I expected. Unlike our arrangement concerning the Keeper of the Lake, however, you only stand to benefit from our assistance in this matter. I fail to see why we should intervene in a conflict which concerns only Ishgard and Dravania. When the Eorzean Alliance requested Ishgard's assistance during Operation Archon, you refused us. Does it not seem grossly unjust to demand that we now risk our lives in your private war? I make no attempt to defend my country's conduct. I only ask that you consider what would follow if were Ishgard to fall. Having razed our city to the ground, the Horde would have little cause to linger, and most would return to their lairs in Dravania. Soon thereafter, the ruins of Kurthus would be buried in snow, and the lands would become the sole providence of beasts and beastmen. Until the Garlean's arrival, that is, for you may be certain that the Empire would not hesitate to claim Kurthus. They would not even have to draw steel. An imperial province sharing a border with Modania. 7 hells. Very well, we will assist you in repelling the dragons. The roar of a great worm may have shaken the firmament, but we of Eorzea will not abandon our Ishgardian brothers to face the coming horde alone. Nor did I ever think you would. Now, the matter of the roar. Allow me, Sir Emmerich. Through the power of the eye, I have become the vessel of Nidhogg's strength. His essence has stolen into my very blood. Fear not. I am in full control of my faculties, I assure you. And the eye itself is of no relevance to this tale. It is not essential that I bear it with me wheresoever I go. Its lingering influence does, however, allow me to hear Nidhogg's voice. Then the worm who roared was Nidhogg, aye. He means to hurl his horde against Danifin's collar, shatter the remaining wards that protect the city. There can be no doubt. The worm has summoned his minions to war. We're going to war with dragons! Though the circumstances are far from ideal, this desperate endeavor will at least provide us with an opportunity to bring the sister states of Eorzea together in common cause. Sir Emmerich was more ruthless in his negotiations than I had anticipated. I suppose one must give no quarter when one's home is at stake. But did you see the look on his face when he formally requested our assistance? Though the Lord Commander has long campaigned for Ishgard to open its gate to outsiders, I suspect this softening of the Holy Sea's attitude towards foreign cooperation comes as something of a bittersweet victory. The days ahead promise to be interesting indeed. Oh no, the earthworms are attacking! Not the earthworms! If we are to aid the Ishgardians in this war of theirs, preparations will have to be made, and soon. Before proceeding, however, we must needs return to the Rising Stones and make our report to the antecedent. You got it. away we go. Bum 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 bum. We're back.
Alphino, it is good to see you. Tell me, what have you learned?
Pray summon the others. Everyone must hear my report.
Why does everybody look so sad?
So this was all but a taste of what's to come.
Indeed. The main host advances upon Ishgard as we speak.
Whose vaunted defenses have been nullified.
Shorn of its wards, the city will bear the full force of Nidhogg's fury.
All those people.
Alphino is right. The Dravanians cannot be allowed to prevail. If Ishgard falls, all of Eorzea will suffer the consequences.
Then you agree that we have no choice but to intervene. For the good of the realm, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn and the Crystal Braves must join the defense of Ishgard.
Let there be no ambiguity about what has been proposed. We would be directly intervening in the war.
That's kind
But
of the
if all
idea.
here believe the cause to be just, then to war we shall go. The path we now embark upon is perilous, but I pray you will walk with us to the end.
Okay. To war with dragons.
For those we have lost, for those we can yet save.
Then it is settled. I shall inform the Council of our intentions and request that they contribute their own forces to the defense of Ishgard.
Uh-huh. Alright, we're doing this. Our little bunny boy is gonna go fight some worms. We're going worm hunting. Part of every good bunny's diet. Wait, why? What is going on? That was a little odd. Wait, why is everyone leaving so dramatic? I have bid the Archons travel to their assigned nations. Should the members of the Alliance agree to pledge Grand Company soldiers to Ishgard's cause, our comrades will be on hand to act as intermediaries for the duration of the conflict. The small matter of persuading the Alliance leaders to grant such support, I leave to Alphino. For you, my friend, a different task awaits. I would have you reach out to your fellow adventurers, gather what allies you may for the coming siege. I would also have you consider the matter of our own security. Revenant's Toll is but a short flight from the snowfields of Kurthus. It is not unimaginable that the fighting may spill across the border. pray brief Slathborn on the brewing conflict and discuss potential contingencies. The frontier settlers must be prepared for aught that might wing its way over our walls. I only hope that such precautions prove unnecessary. Before you leave, might I suggest that you have Tataru accompany you? She has a talent for administration and a firm grasp of the practical challenges we may encounter. Yay, let's go talk to Tataru! We haven't had enough Tataru lately. Bum bum bum. We are rather close to Kurthus, aren't we? We'd best see to our own defenses and take stock of our supplies. Oh, and we also need to have beds and bandages laid out just in case. Good receptionist is ready for any eventuality. Let's go, Lyoki. I have 101 things to discuss with Slathborn. Alright. Slathborn. I appreciate the warning. If war is coming to Kurthus, then the toll must be made ready. I'll increase the number of patrols and lookouts immediately. I'll also see about finding room for an infirmary, as well as temporary housing for victims of the conflict. Ishgard has done well by us in the past, and I would return the favor. But as for rounding up volunteers for the fighting itself, I'm afraid I must disappoint you. I will not send my fellow guild members to die on Ishgardian soil, and I am certain headquarters will say the same. There will be no official Adventurers Guild presence at this siege. That said, each adventurer is of course free to do as he or she will. I shall have a word with some of my more capable colleagues on your behalf. You might try your luck here in Revenant's Toll. I dare say there are few stout souls about town who answer your call to arms. Let's get started, shall we? We have a town to rouse. Let's go, Tataru. Spare me your talk of glory and fame. I'm not in the habit of volunteering for lost causes. I've survived this long by trusting my instincts, and my instincts tell me to stay well away from Ishgard. Oh. Hello again. What's that about? Oh, okay. Ishgard sounds like she's in a right mess, but that ain't what I wanted to talk to you about. I need you to cast your mind back to that scuffle with the Empire out by the processing plant. A lad from Little Alamigo by the name of Wilkred was there with the Fourth that day. I want to know if you've seen him since. Have ye? No? God damn it. Feared as much. No one's bloody seen him. It's like the ground opened up and swallowed him whole. That ain't all. Around the time Wilred stopped turning up for duty, then black market weapons went missing from our vault in Ul'dah. So now, of course, half the Braves suspect the lad of making off with the goods. Folk like to believe our company is a disciplined fighting force, but as you and me both know, it's no more than a motley collection of mercenaries, adventurers, and Grand Company veterans. Only thing that binds us together is some vague oath about fighting for the freedom of all. That and the steady pay. Now, compared to most others in this crew, Wilred's a fresh-faced novice, bleeding whelp amongst wolves. But the boy's got passion. When he talked about being a guardian of Eorzea, he bloody well meant it. A lad like him wouldn't rob us blind and bugger off like that. He ain't the type. And then, and this is just between you and me, mind, there's the fact that the lad wanted to tell me about something queer he'd noticed in the ledgers. Something about the Braves number not adding up. Aye, there's a villain at the end of this trail I've stumbled on, and I'll bet me good eye it ain't young Wilred. Anyhow, you've got a war to wage, so I'll let you get on. I just thought someone should know. I'll be seeing you, Lyoki. Be careful! I don't like where this is going. So Ishgard seeks sellswords to bolster its ranks, eh? Though I'm not sure I like the sound of the siege. Those nobles will surely be generous with their rewards. But I've pledged myself to guard Revenant's toll. Modest work though it is, I'm loath to break the terms of my contract. What to do, what to do. Sell me blade to the Ishgardians? Well, them dragons are a fearsome lot, but I'd slay me a fair share if the coin was good. I've worked for one of them knights before, you know. Watch me like a bloody hawk he did. Still, I'd put up with worse than that for a heavy purse. Volunteer my services in the defense of Ishgard? I think not. Dragons claim the lives of every one of my brothers. I do not mean to offer them mine. It was to escape such a fate that I took up the mantle of adventure in the first place. I would sooner die in the pursuit of fortune than huddled behind an icy wall. I don't know if that was very rousing. Sorry, Tataru. There you are, Lyoki. So, did you sway any hearts? One or two, eh? Well, added to mine, that makes 3 or 4. Not including Slaftborn's friends. We won't have the largest company in the army, but I'd say one Revenant's Toll veteran is worth a dozen clanking knights at least. Oh, I've been so caught up with recruiting that I almost forgot. There's been word from Alphinaud. Apparently, the Alliance leaders are convening in Old Da to discuss Ishgard's plight. They've requested your presence, as usual. Anyway, you'd best make your way to Old Da or you'll be late. Alphinaud said that he would meet you on the Royal Promenade. Uh-oh. Moment of truth. Are we gonna help him? I like when all the leaders get together. It's like a holiday. Everybody's back from all over. I'm a starflower. It's a fun name. My apologies for calling you away from your tasks. I had hoped to proceed with these negotiations one leader at a time, but it seems my urgent requests for an audience have prompted a gathering of the council. Needless to say, I felt obliged to attend. The Alliance leaders are already seated within. Let us join them, shall we? Alright. And we're back here. Yeah, that's true.
Ishgard's dilemma, and we agree with your assessment.
Aetheryte does change a lot of things. Not everyone can use it, but those that can,
Then I trust there are
does
no
change a lot.
objections to the Crystal Brave's intervention.
Da has none.
Gridania does not object.
The Crystal Braves are yours to command, Alphinaud. Do what you will. We shall pray for your success.
Aw, everybody trusts Alphinaud.
It was my hope that you would offer more substantial aid than prayer. I know it is within your means.
Uh-oh. Pushing our luck.
Do not presume that you have knowledge of our every concern. The Garleans and the Beast Tribes are but 2 of many. We are not in a position to contribute greatly to the defense of Ishgard. Not when our own homes are still under siege.
We dare not leave our interests in Cartano undefended as well. Telegi Adalegi and his ilk would seize control of the territories in our absence.
The enemy is at their gates, and you would cower behind yours?
Careful, Elf, you know.
No one is cowering, boy. We will offer what support we can.
Aye, support. A handful of men and no more.
That's something.
Would that we could commit more than a token force to this cause. Yet there are others to whom you might turn. The free companies ever want for work.
Ah, yes. The free companies. They're not like to turn you down.
I beg your pardon? You would entrust the survival of Ishgard to sell swords? Crises like these are the very reason why this alliance was formed. It is our duty to aid our fellow man.
My duty is to my country and my people.
Alphinaud's getting a bit bold these days.
If you expect us to place the welfare of a foreign power above our own, you're going to be sorely disappointed. Lest you doubt, Limsa comes first, then the Alliance, and finally, circumstances permitting, Ishgard and the rest.
I'm kind of with
If you
Noah
cannot
on this.
understand so simple a concept, then you have no place at this table.
Forgive me, Admiral. I was careless in my choice of words.
I suggest you assemble a party of elite adventurers, assuming you haven't already. Your fellows served us well during Operation Archon. I dare say they will do so again.
Okay. Uh-huh. Luna came to hang out.
If I may, Your Grace, I wish to propose a redistribution of forces. If we entrust the security of Uldar to the Brass Blades for a time, we can dispatch a larger force to Ishgard. Your Grace?
Yes. Yes, of course. Do what you will.
Oh, poor Dynamo. She's so distracted. Oh, that's so sad.
Is Her Grace not feeling well?
To the best of my knowledge, Her Grace is in perfect health.
I see. Carry on.
Oh, Rabon doesn't know yet. I guess we don't know either. Well, Leoki doesn't know. We know. Okay. Once again, I owe you an apology. It seems you have been conscripted into leading a contingent of adventurers on yet another mission of inestimable danger. But I fear we have been left with little alternative. Cannot well abandon Lord Horshaphant and Sir Amric to their fate. We must abide by the Council's decision, as short-sighted as it is, and strive to fulfill our roles as Eorzea's guardians. Uh-huh. Captain Ilbert, what news? The assault has begun. We have at this moment concluded our audience with the Alliance leaders. Move our forces into position. Your unit will join House Durian Dare at the Steel Vigil. Man the cannons alongside the knights. Thin the Dravanian horde ere they descend upon Ishgard. I will join you as soon as I am able. Leoki, I would have you and your adventurer allies bolster the defenses at the Steps of Faith. House Durian! It's House Durian! Never thought about that before. Report first to Sir Mark Lane at the Gates of Judgement, and he will direct you to where you are needed most. May the gods grant us victory. Alright, to the Steps of Faith. To Karthus. The one bridge into Ishgard. It must hold. Wow, it's so pretty at night. Say that about everything in this game. It has to be old. You are the appointed captain of the sellsword contingent. Then welcome. There's no shortage of blade work to be done. As we speak, Dravanian skirmishing parties are harrying positions across the Central Highlands. I've assigned the Crystal Braves and your fellow adventurers to contain these scattered attacks. For the present, I would have you join them. This is, of course, merely a precursor to the assault on Ishgard proper. The wily serpents seek to divide and confuse our forces, but we will not be so easily drawn out of position. The Temple Knights will remain on the Steps of Faith and continue our preparations. When the Horde arrives in force, they shall face a wall of Ishgardian steel. Report back to me once their advanced skirmishers are slain. We're fighting dragons! There's a war going on! Dum 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 dum. Dum 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 dum. Of course it's nighttime, so there's no music. Are you... House Durian? House Durian here? Missed a button there. Okay. Damn dragons. We're not done, okay. I see how it is. Send the small ones in first. Big mistake. I'll take you all on. A lot of dragons. Now to the other side. Just flew around the gate. They wouldn't let us through. We figured out the trick. The Sea of Clouds. It's a long way down. Wow, this is the closest we've ever been to the city. No. Everybody, hold on. Fireball. Lightning bolt. Lightning bolt. Daggers. Daggers. And now we attack. The commander. Turn Disarm lifesteal. Assassinate. Stun. And damage. Da, 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 da. I hope House Durian is okay. Go battle chicken. Go battle chicken. Oh, we don't have our battle chicken. What are we doing? Yukobo. What news, adventurer? The reinforcements. Decimated, you say? Drevanian devils. Damn their scaly hides. Hold fast to your grief and fury, sir. We will avenge the deaths of your fellows in the battle to come. Ere you commit yourself to the siege, you should know that is what it is you are tasked with defending. Beyond the gates of Judgement lie the steps of faith, a great bridge of stone that leads directly to the city of Ishgard. More than simply a means to cross the Sea of Clouds, the bridge serves as a foundation for the arcane wards that form the barrier we call Danafin's Collar. Alas, in dispelling the barrier's outermost layer, that thrice-damned witch Iceheart stripped the bridge of its protection, and thus are the dragons now able to land unhindered upon the steps of faith. Should the Drevanians succeed in destroying the remainder of the wards, the winged devils will be free to swarm within the city itself. Needless to say, we cannot suffer that to happen. It shall be our task as defenders to prevent any harm from coming to those parts of the bridge wherein the wards are sealed. All now rests on us, adventurer. Lead your comrades out onto the steps of faith and prepare to meet the horde. May the fury guide your blades. Steps of faith, now accessible. We got ourselves a trial. Go, 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 go. I think this cat girl is also doing the story, so I have another person joining us, which is nice. Hopefully.